Hello everybody, in this video we're going to look at how to set up your own Ether wallet. I'm going to use MyEtherWallet. In my opinion, it's one of the most secure ones and one of the most easiest ones to use. So first we're going to go to the address, which is myetherwallet.com. Be sure that you type it in correctly. There are a lot of scams around. You don't want to lose all of your assets. So it looks like this, myetherwallet.com. Once you get in, you have the login here, it's all secure. This is how the front page looks like. So we want to create a new wallet. So we're going to stay on the page that it's offering us right now, create new wallet. And what you're going to do is that first you're going to set up your password. All of these things you need to write down. In case anything happens, you need to have this information to get access to your assets. Okay, so first things first, the password. I'm going to use Udemy1234, create new wallet. So the key store file is basically just an encrypted private key. You see you have two options on how to access your wallet that you're going to create on MyEtherWallet. There's the regular private key, which is basically just a set of numbers and letters. And then you have key store file, which is more secure because it's an encrypted private key. So if someone gets access to your computer, some hacker gets like the screen sharing, I don't know how they do it, but I've heard many stories about it that it actually did happen. If they can access your computer and they can go through the files, they can just look at the files. They can't really open it, but they can look at it. So if you have the private key written down somewhere, they can just write it on a piece of paper and access everything. So the keystore file is considered more secure because they can't do that with keystore file. Obviously, they just see the file. So yeah, people definitely consider it more secure. So what you do here is that you just download the keystore file. So we're gonna go Udemy 123, for example, like it can be anything, We're gonna save it on our desktop. Good, download it, I understand, I continue, do not lose it, do not share it, make a backup, of course. And this is the private key I was talking about. So now you see that if you have somewhere written the private key, just like in notes or some Word file or something, it can be rewritten. So that's why it's considered less secure. But you can definitely write down the private key on a piece of paper, or if you are sure that your computer is safe, you can definitely save it just on your computer somehow. Also a possibility. I do not recommend it, but it is a possibility. Or what I do mostly is that I just create a Word file or an Excel table, and I put the private key inside, and then I put this whole file on an external hard drive. So that's what I do, and I just, whenever I want to access it, I just log in the external hard drive and I have it there. And I never store it on my computer. But what you definitely need to do is that you need to copy this and print a paper wallet, definitely also an option, but not necessarily. And then you want to write it down, you want to save it somewhere. I'm not going to do that now, but you know that you have to have this to access your wallet. So then we click save your address, and then it will offer you options on how to unlock your new wallet. Obviously, you have key store file or you have the private key. Those are the two options that are offered to you. We've downloaded the key store file, I can do that, but I also have the private key because I did CTRLC, so I can do now CTRLV, and it's there, and I can unlock. And now down here it's gonna show me how my wallet looks like. So this is my address in a QR code. This is the private key. Obviously now you see just the dots, and this, guys, this is your public address. Obviously these two are the same because this is the public address, and this is what you send to other people if you want them to send you assets. This is what you provide to ICO technologies when you are providing an address where they are supposed to send you the tokens. Okay, so this thing is the only thing you're providing externally to someone, either to other people if you want them to send you some Ether or Bitcoin or tokens, whatever, or ICO technologies when they ask you for Ether address. This is what you give them. You never give anyone the private key. That's only for you. You never give out the private key. Okay, so this, the public address, the shorter one, the shorter set of letters and numbers, that's what you give out. Okay, that's your public address. So now that we know this, let's look at other things that this offers. Okay, so now we've created the wallet. Okay, this is the last step that you should have done. There is nothing more that you have to click on here. Just save your private key, save your keystore file and your public address, so you know where it is. So now when you want to send some tokens, okay, if I want to send some tokens, again, it's going to offer me this option on how I want to connect. I still have the private key copied, so I can just go this and I unlock. And this is what mostly you're going to be seeing, because mostly this is what you're going to use. You're going to be sending and receiving tokens, okay? So when you want to make a transaction, you have two addresses. You're going to input here the public address of the other person. Here you see your public address. Okay, this is your balance. We right now have 0 Ether. Nice. And this is where you input some other public address of a person that you want to send, you know, assets to, or an ICO public address. Here you can change whatever currency or token it is. Now we just have the Ether option, and you input the amount. Okay, I know that there is the gas limit and also there is the gas price. We're going to talk about that in the next video, but for now let me just say, if you want to see your transaction history, there is nothing better than checking out the etherscan.io. It's here. You have the account address, this is your public address, then you have the balance, and this is where you are looking at when there are transactions pending, or you want to see how many assets do you have, you know, all at once in one table. So what I do now is that I open it, just click on it, and this is the main page you should always be checking out. It's like everything is all together, it's very practical. So it's going to show you, okay, so this is how much Ether I have, this is the value in US dollars. If you have any tokens, it's going to be listed right here. There is going to be an option to see the tokens. And this is where all of the transactions are going to be visible. Every single one, including the hash, which is a unique code created for transaction. So, you know, you can track the transaction every time. So all the transactions are going to be here. I'm going to do also a second video with an account where there are an actual transactions, so you can see it all clearly. But for now, we know now how to create an Ether wallet and how does the send Ether and tokens page look like. And yeah, this is basically it for now, but don't worry, we're gonna make some other videos so you get the GUI, the gas, and the Etherscan perfectly under your skin. Okay, bye bye.